Very easy, may sound like technical jargon. Infrastructure is you just buy raw capacity, you just get servers. That's it, you just want the servers. You'll run everything on the servers yourself. Platform is for software developers. And it has a little bit of software and it has the hardware. And software as a service, do you actually know that you have been using cloud services perhaps for the last 10 years? Each one of you. How many people use Hotmail? How many people use Yahoo and Gmail? I can bet that everybody in the room uses one of these. These are based on the cloud. And what happens? It's software as a service. It's platform as a service. It's infrastructure as a service. So software as a service is Gmail, Yahoo. You do not have anything on your computer. There's no software that runs on a computer. It runs through a web browser. All you need on your PC is a web browser. And the entire software, the storage, your emails are actually stored out there in the cloud. So these are the three flavors: software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. What's available? Usually people ask, people who are new to cloud, they ask, what's available? What can you get with it? There are dozens and hundreds of companies now who are available on the internet, and this is Cloud Taxonomy. This is a website, and it actually tells you that what you can get on the cloud today. Global cloud trends, highest adoption is in the US. There's extensive government clouds being built in Europe, but it's a little slow in the Middle East. Why is that? Why is it that it's slow in the Middle East? One of the reasons is the awareness. And we've done a fairly poor job at making people aware what cloud is. Because people don't understand cloud in this part of the world that much, the adoption has been slower. But there's also some other reasons, I'll come to that. So aggressive cloud projections, $150 billion cloud computing market by 2013. This is Gartner. These are industry analysts for IT globally. And 60% of servers will be virtualized, $240 billion by 2020, Forrester. These are pretty big numbers. 1/3 of all organizations in the US today use cloud computing in some form. Reasons for lukewarm regional adoption. Some of the GCC countries in Middle East has not really gone out and the cloud service providers, for example, have not really offered cloud services. So what's the reason? Lack of understanding and awareness, plus it's also said that some of the vendors are confusing cloud. Whatever they have available today, they are saying it's cloud and it's really not. There are some issues about bandwidth, but let's really have a look at a case study that I was telling you about. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a Pakistani company which has 100% cloud adoption. It's based in Lahore. It has 100 people. Let's just go through the case study. These are 2 slides. They're very interesting, very interesting. Exceptional work these guys are doing. 5-year-old forward-looking software house in Lahore. It develops smartphone apps and search analytics, 100 people. They did $1.5 million of business last year. And in fact, it was declared the fastest growing software house in Pakistan by All World, which did an event in Lahore about a month ago. Their entire development activity, this is a software house, so they do development. Their entire development activity is on the Amazon cloud, platform as a service. They do not have a single server in their office, not a single computer. Well, of course they have computers, but they don't have a server. They don't have a data center in the office. They are using email collaboration on Google Apps. Okay, so they don't even have a local email server. Even their email is hosted on the cloud. And they have no data center in Pakistan, and they're using this since 2008. So you cannot say, ladies and gentlemen, that people in Pakistan don't know about cloud and they're not using cloud. They certainly do, and this is an excellent case study to prove that. Question arises, how can you leverage the cloud? How can all of us make use of the cloud? So virtualization is something that all of us can do, and virtualization is a technology where basically what you do is you take your 100 servers, and some of them are old, some of them are new. It's very difficult to maintain them, and you get rid of about 80 of them, and you buy 20 new servers, get rid of 80 servers, and you virtualize those 20 servers. And then you're able to partition and give applications usage. So that's virtualization. And a typical size with virtualization and consolidation, you are able to cut down your server size to about 1/5, which means if you had 20 servers, you can have 4. Okay, so how can you leverage the cloud? There are some cases, use cases, where it makes a lot of sense for everybody. You can be a one-person company, you can be a 1,000-person company, you can be a 100,000 size company, anywhere in the world. It makes perfect sense. What are those use cases? So if you want to do stress testing of a new application, there's no need to buy any hardware for it. Use it on the cloud. The next one is pilot project or temporary requirement. Let's suppose you want to run an application for 3 months only. There's an election going on, or there's a campaign. It's temporary. Why buy hardware for it? Use it on the cloud. OpEx, pay as you go. Just pay a small monthly fee every month and no capex involved. Okay, the next one is moving non-core applications and services like email, collaboration, archiving, anything which is non-core. For a bank, the core banking system is the core. It's the heart of the bank. I wouldn't put that on the cloud. But I would put the non-core applications on the bank, on the cloud. Why not? Why not do that? What's the risk? And then handling seasonal spikes in utilization. Like I said, Christmas holidays, Eid holidays, there's a sudden spike, and what you can do is you can construct your data center in a way that the spike part of it, the additional capacity that you need, is going to be handled by the cloud, not by your data center. Okay. And then buying new software to solve a critical business problem. So if you're going to buy new software, you can get 1 license or 1,000 licenses. Like I said, just by going to the internet, you can buy those licenses. Salesforce.com is a company which is considered the #1 sales automation software which is available. It runs just like Google, Yahoo, Hotmail, everything is there. You open a browser, it's all there. The software is there. Software as a service. So you don't need to make your software. Now many applications have been built. Hundreds of applications are out there. Just go buy the license. You have 50 people, pay 50 licenses. You can have that software running when? Tomorrow morning. It's that fast. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that fast. Okay. And you need to understand cloud is not a destination. It's a journey. You gradually move to the cloud. You start moving bits and pieces. Sure, I'll just wrap up in 2 minutes. Now, there's 3 stages of cloud economics. I wanted to add some financial component to this so that we can talk about some value for the CFOs and for the finance people. The first one is elastic and transient applications. Elastic, you want to make it bigger or smaller. Transient is spikes, occasional spikes. Put that on the cloud. When you put things on the cloud, scale down, tune it, optimize it. That's how you save money. And then the profit center actually comes. The third step of cloud economics is that the cloud is out there. Why try to save money? Why not try to make money? Build a new application which can use the cloud dynamics and you can make money out of that. So it's a revenue generation potential as well. This is a survey by Forrester again, and they interviewed hundreds of professionals around the world, and they came up with this stat that the #1 champion and supporter of cloud around the world in organizations was actually, guess who? The CFO. And what did the CFO say? I want our company fully exploring the options cloud computing affords before I will approve any expansion of in-house capital investment. Okay. So, you know, your CFO friends around the world are already champions of cloud. Security and compliance, these are my last 2 slides. Security and compliance concerns, this is a concern, but it's more a concern because we don't understand it properly. When you have your own data center, your data is sitting there in front of you. When it's in the cloud, it's out there somewhere, you don't know who has access to it. But all the major cloud providers today have got HIPAA, GLBA, PCI, ISMS certification. So, and in some cases, according to surveys, it's actually safer to put your data out into the cloud because they're adopting worldwide global standards, and sometimes it's easier to outsource that as well. Okay. Financial value perspective, CAPEX and OPEX and pay as you go. So if you do use cloud in your organization, it will affect your cash flow, cost of capital, OPEX,